Hi everyone. Good morning, good evening. So we'll start the class. So previous day we have discussed here, again some cloud computing basics we have discussed. We'll start with Good morning to all once again. We'll start with the AWS Amazon Web Services. So I will share you the class notes also. Maybe today our office people will share you the class notes. Okay. Yes. Let's say cloud computing fundamentals we have seen actually till now. So we'll go with AWS here. Amazon Web Services. Basically, already we know that AWS is one of a cloud computing platform, right? Yes. So we have so many cloud computing platforms are available today in the market, but AWS was introduced first time in the market in the year 2007 approximately. Okay, that is the reason. Remember, most of the companies they have started with the AWS. Most of the clients today, if you see, we have seen according to the study, Gartner study, so AWS is leading in the market today, and it has so many features also, very good features are there, so many services are there, hundreds of services are there. Okay, so check here how Amazon is defining. AWS is the world's most comprehensive and broadly adopted, see, broadly adopted cloud computing platform. Okay, so computing platform which is available today in the market from Amazon here. Means Amazon is officially defining here, and it is offering here hundreds of services. Okay, already we have seen it was the first cloud computing platform. Okay, so available from up 2007 onwards here. First cloud computing platform available here approximately from 2017 onwards. Yes, Janardhan, good morning. Yeah, this is our starting class. Previously, just demos we have seen. You can go through the videos. Okay, just cloud computing demo we have seen. You can go through the videos. No need to worry. Yeah, this is our first class, AWS first class. Okay, right. If any doubts are there, I will clarify the doubts. No need to worry. Yes. Yes. Next, it was the first cloud computing platform available from 2007 onwards. Already we know AWS is a collection of services. So approximately here, we have hundreds of services are there here. Okay, hundreds of services are there as part of AWS. Already we know that everything is provided as a service, right? So if you want some storage, if you want some machine, if you want some anything here, operating systems, firewall, anything here, anything is provided in the form of what? Services. Yes, that's why we have seen that all the three types of services are available. All three types of services are available here. Okay, as part of AWS. Already we know infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Means all the three types of services are available as part of what? AWS. Okay, so currently here we have already it was released first time in the market. Generally, we know that the product which is launched first time. Basically, it has like more customers, right? In general, it is very comprehensive. Already is saying comprehensive means having all the features. Its meaning comprehensive. Okay, today's here millions of customers are there, millions here, not hundreds. Okay, lakhs, millions of customers are there here, including here the fastest growing startups, especially here, fastest growing startup companies, Okay, in the same way, largest enterprises. Okay, large enterprises are there. Means even like today, banking, okay, telecom, okay. So 24/7 applications also, running in what AWS cloud platform. Not only startup people. So including say almost all the leading government organizations. Okay, almost all the government organizations also, or we can say agencies also. So they are there today with the cloud computing platform in AWS here. Okay, so why? Because to lower the cost. This is almost also fastest startup growing like we can say like most of the startup companies especially like Byju's, all those people here previously started with AWS only here in India. Okay, right. So even today we have HSBC. Okay, so Bank of America, CIBC, Citibank. Okay, all these people are using here AWS cloud. AWS cloud. So that's remember even most of the companies aeronautical companies like Boeing, Airbus, all these people are using AWS here today. So that's why remember large community of customers are there actually with AWS. Okay, so in the same way, most functionality is available. Means what? Whatever the functionality we need today for most of the applications, that functionality is available in AWS cloud platform, so that everyone can go with that. That is the reason, one more reason, we are going with AWS cloud. Generally say so many services are there here. Compute services are there. Basically, compute services are related to here hardware resources. Hardware resources means what? With compute services, remember, we can create the servers, we can create the networking components, we can create the storage. Okay, so we can create the VPNs, everything's here with compute services. Okay, yes, compute services are there. Yeah, basically the same way we have storage services are there. Storage services. So where we can create what terabytes of storage we can store any type of data. So it may be images or pictures or database tables, any type of data we can store here in the storage services. Database services are there. Networking services are there. Okay. Artificial intelligence services are there. Robotic services are there. Almost all here. Every then scientific related services are there for ISRO and some other organizations. Almost all here every type of services are there. Monitoring services are there. Management and automation services are there, so that we can automate everything. So like this, like almost all here, like total services are there here in AWS. And today, remember, in the market, we have seen it is the large, we have, for AWS, we have largest community of customers and partners actually. Okay, largest community and partners around the world. Say today, the same way, we have like, we can say that most secure as compared with other cloud computing platforms. Remember, AWS is most secure. We'll see that one, why it is more secure later. We have seen like in the global infrastructure, remember, AWS, Amazon has connected the data centers with high speed infrastructure in the network with high security. For security, they are using different measures they are using, so that it should be flexible for banking, telecom applications, okay, to avoid like hacking or those type of issues. Right. So in the same way, like we have seen that most data centers, okay, across the globe. Like this, like various features are there here of AWS, and generally we'll see this data centers architecture. We'll see generally we have regions are there in the across the globe. Remember, we have regions are there. In that we have availability zones are there. We can say that availability zone is a data center. Just remember, region is a collection of data centers. We have seen here in case of India, we have one region is there, Mumbai region is it. In Mumbai region, we have how many data centers? We have 3 data centers are there. 3 data centers are there for redundancy purpose. Why? Because tomorrow one data center collapse, then means exceptional cases actually we know. Then remember, like we can start working with other data center, means resources are available in other data center. Okay, right. So we'll talk about these architecture elements again in the next class. Okay, what are the various architecture elements are there as part of AWS? Right. So technically, we'll see. These are the various benefits. What is AWS? We have seen. Okay. So public cloud platform, which is a leading cloud platform, and it is offering the services, hundreds of services they are offering. Okay. So in the form of what? Various types of services in the form of IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. So almost all, whatever the functionality we need, the total functionality is there in the AWS data centers, right? So largest community and partners are there today. Okay, largest community. So in the same way, most data centers here across the globe. And see how they are providing services. AWS is providing services through the data centers, right? So they have built the data centers across the globe. While creating any server, while deploying the application, while deploying the databases, we need to select the regions we have to select. Okay, so every region is a collection of what? Availability zones, which is nothing but collection of data centers. Every region is a collection of data centers. Okay, right. So that is we'll talk about that architecture again in detail. The same way we have like point of presence. So many elements are there. Various elements are there in the AWS architecture. Those elements we'll see in detail. Just we have to understand region is a collection of what? Availability zone, which is nothing but data center. Today's here, like in North Virginia region is there in US. It has more availability zones, 6 availability zones. North Virginia. Okay, so but minimum we have in every region, remember, minimum we have 2 availability zones. Minimum we have 2 availability zones. Okay, in every region. Right, right. So in the same way, we have seen that how we can start working with the AWS. Yeah, this is the data center. Okay, basically remember it is a region is availability zone is basically it is a data center. Just we have to understand. Right. So availability zones are there, okay, which is nothing but what? Data center. Right. So in the same way, we know already, we have different certifications are there. If you want to attend certifications, so you can attend also. So now online option is there. From anywhere we can sit, we can attend. So we can check here, see already I have shown you previously also, AWS dot Amazon dot dot com/certifications. Okay, so we can see here what are the certifications are there. In the same way, global infrastructure, we can see here means how many regions are there. Okay, total how many data centers are there currently today. We can check here, see global infrastructure. I will share you these notes daily. Okay, you can go through it once again. AWS, okay, global infrastructure is there. Now remember, let's say just see theory points we have seen till now. Let's say we'll start with practically. First, we have to start practicing. Remember, first step is what we have to create a free tier account. Okay, so just here like a free tier account, we can create here easily from aws.amazon.com/free. See here, you can search also, just the links I am providing. Once the account is created, today I will show you once again. We'll create the account, we'll start practicing. Okay, once the account is ready, free account is ready, next step is what? We can connect to AWS, we can start working with. Generally remember, to connect and work with AWS, we have AWS console is there. See? By using this AWS console, we can start practicing. Okay, yes. Check here, console dot aws.amazon.com here. By using this consoles here, console.aws.amazon.com, we can start practicing. Okay, yes. So let's say we'll start, first we'll create a free tier account. Okay, then we'll start practicing. We'll see what are the different services are there as part of AWS, how we can start practicing with AWS. Let's say we'll create a free account again. Yesterday I have shown you briefly. Once again I will create. You can search also. Yeah. But yesterday some points we have discussed. Whenever you are practicing with free account, we have to see these limitations. Or indirectly we have to understand, after practicing anything, you delete the resource. Suppose tomorrow you are creating one EC2 machine. one server you are creating, Linux server you are creating. So remember, we have to delete that machine once you practice. Okay, don't keep it continuously running. Okay, so otherwise, once the limit is reached, charges are there, right? Once the limit is reached, charges are there. That's why don't keep the machine running continuously. Okay, right. Check here. I'm creating a free account. Okay. Some. I will take some new email ID. Okay. Okay. No, it is some company domain name. Just forget about that. You can use your Gmail IDs. Otherwise, here, if any thing is there, you can use your Gmail ID. You can use, no problem. Okay, your own Gmail ID, personal ID. Right. So I'm saying here, AWS Durga Soft. I'm saying. Okay, continue. Okay, already exist. Is saying. Mm, okay, I think most of my email IDs I have used. We'll try again. Okay, no problem. Then second steps here, I will go with personal. Okay, personal. So then say full name. Just provide your details. Just okay, complete it. Just your address, everything. There are no privacy related issues. You can provide your details. Okay. Yes. Select the checkbox. Continue. Okay. Right. Now we have seen the previous day. It is asking for Visa or any cards here. Basically, what is the difference between personal and business? See, personal is for our purpose, for practicing purpose. Okay, so business is for the companies. Let's say you are running one company, you want to host your clients' databases, clients' servers. Okay, in that case, we have to take business. Okay, right? Let's say, correct. In some pricing model is different actually. Pricing model is different. And second one's here, SLA is different. Service level agreements are different. Ravindra. Okay. So SLA means what here, like 99.9% availability. In business, 99.9999911 availability. Like that's here. Pricing difference is it. So then some features differences are there and SLA differences are there between this personal and business. We'll write here, no problem. Okay, yeah. In business account, price difference is there, means some more price. Features difference is there, means some extra features are there, like scientific everything. The same way, like SLA differences are there. SLAs are there, remember, service level agreements. Service level agreement, SLA means. Yes, better I will write here everything. instead of yeah, you can refer later also. Yes, this means what? SLA is there's a service level agreement between the company and Amazon, right? So that's why here they will provide like some difference SLA for companies. Okay, and that's why price difference is also there. Some different pricing models are there here. Generally, we know pay as you go option we can use here for personal. Personal is what? Particular person usage only for practice purpose only. We have to understand. Okay, here we have different pricing models are there. Pay as you go. Like in the same way, we have fixed pricing models are also there here per year. This amount, like different pricing models are there. We'll talk about this. Clear, right? Ravindra, you are asking differences. Yes. Yes, thank you very much. That's why if any simple queries are there, feel free to ask the questions. Okay, nothing is there here. You can ask I have very good patience also. So if you have any simple doubts, simple queries related to this, what we are discussing here, you can ask. Okay, better. Yes, check here. Let's say I will continue here. Credit card or debit card details it is asking. Any card you can use. Even say debit card also you can use. Okay. So after that, say 1 second, I will fill this form. Then I will share you the screen again. Next screen. Just I have paused this. Okay. 1 second. Just for privacy purpose. Just what you can do, you can type your debit card details or credit card details. No need to worry. And already we know they are not charging any amount, or we can configure. Remember, even you have doubts are there, we can configure billing alert also. I will show you. Means what? Whenever if any bill is generated, more than 10 rupees, more than 100 rupees. So automatically we'll get the email notification. Automatically we'll get the email notification. Okay, so immediately you can cancel your account immediately if you want. Okay, there are no charges actually, and we have seen in the least case also you can raise the request to Amazon also, like I'm a student, I have used this for practice purpose. Please cancel the billing. Okay, they will cancel it. No need to worry. Yes, actually I have entered the details, my card details. After that, in the next screen, it is asking for OTP. OTP. Okay, so just entering OTP. Click on submit button. Yeah, 2 rupees are detected actually here. 2 rupees are detected. Now here next screen. Yeah, this is our next screen. One question is there. We'll talk about that question, Vivek. Okay. Yeah, correct. Yes. Check here, like next screens here. After entering OTP, amounts here Indian rupees, 2 rupees are detected here. Next here, confirm your identities. It is saying. Okay. So I want to confirm my identity through what? Text message, SMS. Okay. So check here, provide your mobile number to confirm the identity. Okay. 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 Send SMS Samsung to verify my mobile number. Yes, I got the SMS. Okay. Continues here. Last step is there. Yes. Check here. Sign up for AWS. Select a support plan. Means you want any support from AWS. It is asking here, right? Suppose let's say I'm a non-IT person, so we can take support actually. But already we are IT people. That's why no need of support. I'm saying basic support, which is for free. Okay. So I don't want paid support. I'm saying here. Okay. Right. Right. Complete sign up. I'm saying. Check your very simple steps are there here. Okay. Complete sign up. Yeah. See, ready it is saying, congratulations. Thank you for signing up for AWS. We are activating your account. Okay, which takes what? Few minutes. You will receive email when it is completed. Now remember, once the account is ready, already we know we have to go to what? AWS Management Console. Okay, okay, yeah. AWS Management Console. First time it is asking role. Okay, any particular area you want, you are interested, check here. So we can provide here some role actually. Any role you select here, just you can select the student. Okay, for example, any role. Okay, in which type of services you are interested, it is asking here. Select anything, not compulsory that we need to select a particular one. Submit. See here, submit. Okay, thank you very much. It is saying now remember already this is our account here, my account. Here, let's say we'll go to AWS Management Console from here, or we have seen already URL we have seen already console.aws.amazon.com. You can use that URL. Check here in a shortcut. Yeah, they are showing here some summary. Amazon is showing some summary. Launch a virtual machine. What do you want? It is asking here. Linux machine. So yeah, you want to store your files in the cloud, WordPress site, web application, means you want like Java application or .NET application or PHP or Android app. What do you want? It is asking here. Okay, so what I will do, I will go to the consoles here, AWS Management Console. Right. Now we are ready to start with AWS here. Our account is ready. Okay. Now we are ready to start practice. Yes. Now check here and sign in. Important point we have to understand how you want to sign in into the console. It is asking. See how you want to sign in, right? Yes, as a root user, you want to sign in, or IAM user, you want to sign in. IAM is it identity and access management. Identity and access management, IAM. We'll see that our second module is it, second chapter is it, in that we'll discuss. Just remember, root user means what? As a owner, account owner, I am the account owner. I can use root user option. I can use my email ID, which I have used while creating the account. Okay, right. So we can start working with this here. Understood, right? Yes. But remember, tomorrow I am the account owner. Tomorrow I will create my employees are there. So I am the owner, for example. Okay. So my employees are there like yeah, Amruta, for example, Aman. Okay, Zobi. So my employees are there. Some employees are there. Chiru, for example. Okay, Dilip. Some employees are there. I will create users for my employees. Those users or those employees will connect through IAM user. See, understood, right? Just basic differences. We'll see again in second module, security module. Just remember, as a account owner, let's say I have created the account. As a account owner, I can enter into the console by using what? Root user. Whereas as a employee, organization employee, I can use this IAM user. Okay, first let's say I'm connecting after creating the account. First we have to enter into the console by using root user. Later we can create the users, then they can use this option to enter. Understood, right? Basic differences. Security module will talk about this again in detail. Okay, as a account owner we can connect by using root user. I have total privileges, total permissions. I can do anything, okay, in my account. Why? Because I am the owner. I can create some employees also. I can create some users also. I will grant some permissions to these users. Then according to the permissions, that users will work. Clear, right? If any doubts are there, please type in the chat panel. Okay, so we'll discuss this in detail again later. Okay, yes. Let's say first time I am connecting with just now I have created the account with this email ID. Use any your own email ID, already we have discussed. Yes, check here some characteristics it is asking. Okay. See, confusion is there. 6 years. Okay. PI, what it is? FP. Okay, thank you very much, Vivek. CQ by 6 years. Yeah. Okay, check here like submit. No. It is saying 47. 47, right? P8 NM. Correct, right? Yeah, NM, correct. Ravindra, say. Submit. Okay, password it is asking here. Just I have used some password while creating the account. Same password I am using here. Sign. Yes. Sir, first time we are entering into the consoles here. Yeah, one question is there. Ishak is saying, will be creating any application and applying on AWS. I mean, any industry standard project will be creating. I mean, some basic project, yeah, will create and will deploy. Ishak. Okay, so EC2 is it? We'll talk about this all this now, one by one. Okay, Elastic Cloud compute. Suman, we'll see one by one. Now, sir, we have first time we have entered into the AWS management consoles here. From here, remember, we can work with all the services. Okay, whatever the services are there in AWS, we can work with all the services from this console. Okay, check here. Here we can see all the services. We can see here. So many already we have seen hundreds of services are there. Okay, but regularly we are going to work with some services. Okay. Yeah, a root user can do anything. Kiran, already we have seen he is the owner, right? He can do anything. But some IAM users, they can have their own privileges. They will work with their own services. Okay, yes. Root user is a top user. Now check here. Now, yeah, various services are there. We'll see again what are the main services are there. We'll discuss now in the console. So here we can search for any services. Okay, right. So this is our home button. To come back to the home page means management console. This is our shell, cloud shell. Remember, actually remember, we can directly work with graphically, okay, by using this management console. The same way, even we can work with the yeah, shell scripting also, as well as like we have CLI is there, command line interface. CLI, AWS CLI is there, command line interface. By using that AWS CLI also, we can work by using this option. We'll see that here we can see the notifications. We can see if any notifications are there, billing related or any notifications. We can see here, this is my username, right? Yeah, account name. So my organization account name, and I have my own ID also. So here every account has its own ID. My service quotas, my billing dashboard. Billing we can see here. See if any, what are the bills are generated. But just now we have created the account, no billing is there. Security credentials means if I want to reset my password, everything, sign out. Okay, next very important option is that this is our region. Sir, in which region you want to work, right? In Mumbai region, you want to place your servers and applications, or North Virginia region you want to place, that is your region. See here, click here. Currently, I'm in this region here, yeah, OU, which is there in East US. This is here North Virginia. Okay, so like this, like different regions are there already. We have seen. Right, region here, see Asia Pacific or Mumbai region is there in case of India, if you are deploying in India region. So like this here, almost all Singapore, Tokyo, almost all here South Africa. This recently they have built this one in South Africa. Like this here in Canada, we have CA. In Europe, we have Frankfurt, Ireland, London, like this here. Paris is there. Okay. France. So like this here, like Stockholm is there. Okay. So almost all here in Middle East, we have Bahrain region is there. Okay. So like this, like right now, these are the regions are there. In which region you want to place the resource? Understood, right? In which region you want to place the resources, we can select here. By default, it is selected here, like Ohio region by default. Yeah, regions, not reasons, regions. All these are what? Regions. So regions are nothing but we have, like already we have discussed, like as part of global infrastructure of AWS, we have regions are there. In that we have availability zones are there. Okay, so means what, like our client is from Australia. we have to place the web applications, whatever the resources are there in the Australia region only. Okay, nearby region. Always remember to get better performance, to reduce the cost, to avoid the complaints, security complaints. Okay, to follow the complaints, sorry, security complaints. That's remember, always remember the client is from which location. In same location, in the nearby region, we have to place the resources. Two places. Means like we have data centers are there actually. Multiple data centers are there in East US itself. We have one, West US one, two. Okay, multiple uh, regions again. Right. So okay, yeah. Then sir, here we can raise the support also, sir. Okay. Yeah. Expert help is there, forums are there, documentation is there, basic training is there. Like this here, like we can raise the support also. Tomorrow, if something is there, something is not working accordingly, we can raise the support also here. Okay, this is here in the title bar. These are the options, are the important options. Username is important for us. Region is important for us. This cloud shell, well, we can write the yeah, we can do everything with the help of what AWS CLI, command line interface, CLI. Right. Now we'll come back to the services. Here, so many services are there. If I click here, various services are there. Compute services are there. Main services, we'll see just what is what. We'll see again. One example also I will show you today practically. Later we'll see one by one in detail. Okay. Right. For demo purpose, I will show you. Right. Check here like EC2 under compute services here. Compute services allows to create the machines, create the servers. Okay. Means Windows servers we can create, Linux servers we can create the infrastructure also with the help of this compute services. Okay, so many options are there. We'll talk about that later. Just remember, tomorrow if you want to create a server, Linux server or Windows server, we have to use these compute services. In that we have EC2 is it, Elastic Compute Cloud. Okay, by using EC2, we can create the servers. Okay, so containers are there, container services are there, we'll see later. Some confusion will be there, that's why I'm not discussing some services. Then storage services are there where we can store the objects, okay, files, pictures, images, everything. So backups, everything. So we have S3 is there here, simple storage service. Yes, right? S3, simple storage service. So here we can create the buckets, something we'll see later. We can store our resources. Then say database services are there, means what, to deploy our databases. Okay, maybe Oracle database, MySQL database, MariaDB, MS SQL. Any database we can deploy here by using this database service. Here we have RDS is there, relational database service here. Okay, so by using RDS, remember, we can manage our databases. Right, generally we know every application has a database, okay, in the back end. Then migration and transfer services are there. If you want to migrate here, okay, so if you want to migrate actually from on premises to AWS, from AWS one account to another account, from AWS to uh, uh, yeah, AWS to like different yeah, different cloud computing, we can go with migration services. Another very important services are there, networking and CDN. content delivery network. Here see, to work with networking, to create the networks actually, we have this VPCs that's here, virtual private cloud, virtual private clouds here to work with what? Networking features. In the same way, developer tools are there here, code commit. Yeah, all these are our DevOps tools actually, DevOps. Okay, development and operations. Okay, DevOps tools, all these are. We'll see this one. Uh, yeah, I will check that one, Kiran, if possible. Generally, I'm deploying like a PHP application with a database, Node.js application. I will check with one of my colleague if we have application, or if we have the you have the application, I will show you. Okay, no need to worry. Yeah. Yes. Next year, like we have other services are there. Here, robotic, blockchain, satellite related, management and governance services are there. Means for monitoring purpose here, CloudWatch is there here for monitoring and alerting purpose. So media services are there. Okay, the same way security. This is another important service here. Security, identity, and compliance service, which is where we have IAM. Okay, we have seen identity and access management. By using what? IAM, we can create the users. Users we can create. Users we can create. Groups we can create. We can provide the permissions. Means what? Who can work with which service? We can provide the permissions here. IAM set. We'll see in the second module. Security. IoT is there. Internet of Things. Like this here, analytic services are there. Today we have seen analysis is there, analytic applications are there. Application integrations like front end and here, this is here, web and mobile applications here. Okay, so where we can deploy the applications. Okay, websites and mobile applications we can deploy. Machine learning is it. Cost management console is there. Here we can see our billing. We can see. We can set the threshold values also. Means what? Like this machine. Let's say is yeah. Means what? The machine is running for 10 days, 20 days. Let's say if the cost is reaching up about $10. Okay. So I want to get email notification. Those things here we can work here. See another important service. Just here very fastly, compute services are important for us. Okay, so AWS cost management is compulsory for us. Okay, how we can manage the cost. Front end and web mobile applications are important for us. Then sometimes we can use this application integration. S3 is important. Database services are important for us. Migration services are important. VPC is important for us. Tomorrow, if you are doing DevOps course, then you will learn this one. Security and identity IAM are important for us. These are like various important services are there. Let's see what I will do for practice purpose. I will create one Windows server. I will show you how we can create very easily. Okay, just yet already we know to create any servers, it may be Windows server or Linux server, any type of server, we have to use which service? EC2, right? Under compute, we have EC2 service is there, Elastic Compute Cloud is here, right? Which allows to create the virtual machines. Click on this. We'll see again later in detail about this EC2, just to show you demo. Check here currently instances running. Generally remember every machine we are calling here as a instance. Every server which is running, we are calling it as a instance. Here instances running 0, right? We have not created any instances. Okay, click on this. Right now, no instances are there. Launch instances here. Instance is nothing but what? One machine. We have to understand. Okay, right. Which type of instance you want to create? It is saying Linux machine or Windows machine. Which type of instance you want to create? It is saying. We can search also here. For example, I am saying Windows. Press enter. So it is showing here Windows machines. It is showing Windows Server 2019. It is showing. Check here. Windows Server 2019. You want to create Microsoft Windows Server 29 base with containers you want to create. It is saying always remember while practicing important point we have to understand free tier eligible, free tier eligible. Use only these machines. Don't use this. Okay. Let's say first one I am taking. Select. We'll talk about these various parameters are there here. Something we'll see. Select. Okay, which capacity machine you want? It is asking here. How many CPUs you want? How much memory you want? 16 GB machine or 8 GB machine? Which capacity machine you want? It is asking. Once again, remember while practicing, you take this free tier only. Already we have seen up to 750 hours. See, right? 12 months, monthly up to 750 hours it can run. Machine we can run. If your usage exceeds the free tier restrictions, you pay as you go service rates. Okay, already we know. Yes, yes. Once again, use this one, T2 micro. Directly we can launch also. We can do some other configurations also here, like storage, networks, various configurations we can do. Okay, so we'll talk about this in detail. Okay, later. Just I am saying review and launch. Yes. Now it is showing here summary. It is saying, yeah, it is saying that instance type. It is showing. Okay, launch. I am saying. So now it is saying select an existing key pair or create a new key pair. Actually, remember to access this machine. To access this machine, yeah, we can create multiple instances in EC2. Okay, so all the instances should running time should not exceed what 750 hours in the free tier. Okay, yes, yes. Multiple also we can create. See what I'm saying? Create new key pair. I'm saying so key pair name. Okay, so Windows instance one. I'm saying any name. Type any name. Download key pair. Generally, remember this key pair is important for us. We'll see later. So this key pair is required to get the password, machine password. Please download it. It is a default location, download location. Okay, launch the instance. I'm saying it takes very less time here. Summary it is saying view instances. Yes. Check here. By this is our instance ID is that status is pending. It takes 1 to 2 minutes time to make the instance ready. Instance will be ready within what 1 to 2 minutes time. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Once it is ready, then we can go to this instance. We can check the various properties of this instance. We can connect to this instance also by using remote desktop. Okay, by using remote desktops here, we can connect to the instance also. Refresh again. Already it is saying running, but the status check initializing, it should finish actually status check. After that only we can use this machine. Okay, this is like instance type is it, instance ID is it, and some various things. Availability zone we have seen, it has place here in US East 2A. Okay, availability zone is nothing but data center we have seen. Under region we have availability zones, right? Yes. Public IP4 DNS, public IPCN. By using this public IP, we can access this machine from anywhere. Means what? We can take remote desktop of this machine. So we have some other options are there. We'll talk about this later. Key name is it, launch time it is showing. Okay, so yeah, so various details it is showing. Let's refresh again. Still it is doing initialization. In general, sir, if I select this checkbox, it will show here instance properties, it displays here. See it? So instance state, same properties here. IP4, private IP is it. Different options are there. We'll talk about that. Platform is here, Windows. Platform details, Windows. It is saying Windows Server 2019 is there. It is saying. Okay, in this instance, which OS is that? Windows Server 2019. Okay, these are like complete details we can check here. We can see like security related, network related, storage related. We can monitor also here. Like this here, like yeah, still it is saying initialization. Yes, yeah, this is like how we have created very, yeah, checks are passed. Now the machine is ready. Now the instance is ready here. Yeah, we have to select the zone mode, Vivek. How we know what type of instances we are running? Okay, already we know we have to select here. We can see which instance it is, Windows Server or Linux Server. We can check here. Okay, platform. Now our instance is ready. Let's say what we'll do. We'll connect to this instance here one time. Here itself connect option is there. We can connect here. Okay. Now remember how you want to connect. It is asking. I want to connect through RDP. I'm saying here remote desktop protocol. Right. Okay. Yeah. Check here. Download remote desktop file. This is your administrator. Username is administrator, but passwords here get password. Okay. So if I click here, see download remote desktop file, click on this, connect. Username is administrator. Now it is asking enter the password. But remember password we have to get from here. Click here, get password. Where is the file it is asking? Key pair file. Just now we have generated, right? Key pair file. Select that key pair file. The downloads it is there. Okay. Decrypt password. Now we can see these passwords here. First time. Later we can reset the password of this administrator also. Just here type the password here, paste here. Okay. Okay. See here. Very simple steps are there. Now here we can access our machine. We are taking the remote desktop of our machine. Actually our server is there here in US East actually. Now remember that server I am connecting. Windows 2019 server. Okay. Yeah, first time it is preparing desktop. Yes, here server is ready. Some help they have written here. Some help related to this server. So yeah, if we open this, if we go to this PC, by default only one disk is there here of 30 GB disk, okay, where we have OS. We can add the disk, everything we can do here. So here summary it is showing here host name, instance ID, public IP, private IP, instance size, okay, in which availability zone it is using, AMD processor they are using, 1 GB RAM is there in this machine. Network performance low to moderate. Why? Because free tier machine it is. Okay. No. RDP, yeah, RDP is our system, right? Yes, our local system. Now, understood it? Instance summary it is showing, our machine server summary it is saying. Means, see, this is our one dedicated instance for us, our dedicated server. See how simply we can create the servers, right? We are not purchasing the hardware, we are not purchasing operating systems, right? Which needs so much time, lot of time. That's why that is the beauty of our cloud computing platforms. At any time, means on demand, we can create whatever we want. Okay, we can deploy our websites, we can create the servers, we can create the storage, anything we can do here on demand. Okay, yes. Let's say I will shut down the machine. From here we can shut down. Okay, or from the console also we can shut down. Generally, remember we won't shut down from here in general. Okay, so here from the, if I go to again instance, okay, from the console also we can shut down here. Stopping, reboot instance, start instance here. So terminate instance here, to delete the instance you can use this. Already I've said after practicing, just terminate the instance, okay, to delete it, okay, to avoid the additional charges cost, right? So these are like how we have created here very simply. One EC2 machine we have created, Windows server we have created, and we have taken RTP of the server. After that, just have stopped the server. We have seen we can start at any time. We can do various instance settings. We can do instance state is currently stopped. We can start reboot. Different options are there. Terminate is what? To delete the instance. Okay. Yes, terminate. Okay. So instance is terminated. Correct. We can share directly. Directly we can drag and drop also. We'll see that one. Okay. Right. Let's see, we'll conclude the session again. Once again, we have started with the AWS, introduction to AWS. We have seen various certifications like locations we have discussed actually. So after that, we have seen how to, after that, we have seen how to create the free tier account. Then we have some overview of the various services we have seen. AWS services overview. Then we have created one EC2 instance. Okay, practically. Right. Once again, thank you very much. We'll continue again tomorrow. Okay. If further questions are there, you can type in the chat panel. So otherwise, we'll continue tomorrow. Okay. Right.